Hello, all my Capricorn friends. This is Maxine Taylor, America's first licensed astrologer, and I have your forecast for the month of August. And I will share that with you in just a minute. I can't wait to share it with you. First, I want to remind you, because some of you are asking the same questions I've already answered. You're interested in learning astrology and you want to do it on your own. And I say bravo to you. I'm going to recommend two books. I'm biased. I wrote them both. The first one is called Now That I've Cast It, What Do I Do With It? And I wrote that in the 1970s, and it's been updated a few times. This book is designed to help you release your inner astrologer by being able to look at a chart without the help of a book. You won't have to memorize things. It is designed to help you use your brain and to look at the chart and be able to sit down within a short period of time and read a chart to somebody, and they will love it. So this is the first primer. It's available on Amazon. My most recent book, Hidden Messages in Your Birth Chart, helps you see the hidden programming that you receive from mommy and daddy and your cultural, older authority figures who bring forth your culture and remind you of it, as well as the family matriarch. I call her the tail that wags the dog. And by the way, it can be a child as well as an adult. You know what I'm talking about. So this book also is available on Amazon. Once you've read Now That I've Cast It, What Do I Do With It? You'll find that reading hidden messages in your birth chart is much easier. Okay, let's talk about this amazing forecast that you've got here. I just love it. All right. Let's start. Excuse me, I got to put my glasses on because I am galloping optimism. Oh, I don't need my glasses. And then I'm looking around to see where they are. Okay, let's start with the sun. The sun is the center of our universe. It is the giver of life. Wherever it is, that area of life lights up. And it's been in your eighth house of other people's money, of transformation and transmutation, of secrets. And so if you have any secrets within yourself or in your family, with the sun in the eighth house, that they can come to light. Now, in the eighth house, you don't necessarily want to share them, but they help you fill in the missing pieces of the puzzle called your life or your current situation. They're really good. So this has been going on for a while. And on the 22nd, the sun moves into your ninth house, and you find that all of your questions have been answered. You see the big picture, you see what's out there, and you see options you didn't know you had while you were being a psychic detective, and your ego was undergoing a transformation when the sun was in your eighth house. It's very powerful. Mercury, the blue planet. This is what we think about and talk about. And so Mercury in the eighth house means that your thinking has been undergoing a change for several weeks. This is beautiful. On the 11th of August, it's going to move into your ninth house, and you are really going to see a big picture because Mercury is what we think about and talk about, okay? And then on the 30th of the month, Mercury moves into your 10th house, and you're sharing your philosophy or ideas and maybe some of the private information that you were privy to when the sun and Mercury were in your 8th house. And with Mercury in your 10th house, what are you thinking and talking about? Your career, moving upward into a higher position. I say go for it. Now, Venus, this pink planet, is love. And wherever Venus is what you think is beautiful and what you love. Well, in the 9th house, where it is and has been for a couple of weeks, and it's going to stay there until the 16th. You love to travel. You love to meet people from other lands. You love to stand back and see the big picture rather than get caught up in the little details. Details occur in the 8th house. Okay, so Venus has you in the 9th, says, I love what I'm seeing, and love is part of your big picture thinking. The 9th house deals with our philosophy of life, the principles by which we live our life, and love is definitely a part of them. Now, on the 16th, Venus enters your 10th house. It beats Mercury by about 14 days. And so you love your career and you are a loving leader, which is why I say move upward. No lateral moves for you. Now, Mars, the red planet. Wow, Mars is the planet of war and gunfire. Okay? I don't mean you're going to start a war, but you will fight for your principles. Remember, wherever Mars is, that's what we fight with and fight for. So you will fight for your principles, and you'll fight with your principles because that's your ammunition. Why? Because you see the big picture. Isn't this cool? Now we have a new moon on the 8th in 16 Leo. It's in your 8th house. Okay. This is when the psychic detective within you starts really making progress. And the 8th house deals with joint financial arrangements. And so you may find yourself involved with money with another person, taxes, legacies, wills, this type of thing. And with the new moon in the 8th house, your whole approach becomes more that of a psychic detective, out with the old, in with the new. Now, 2 weeks later, we've got a full moon on August 22nd in 29 Aquarius 30, 29 degrees, 39 minutes of Aquarius, which is just a few minutes from the cusp of the 3rd house. It's in your 2nd house officially, but it's on the hidden side of the 3rd house of ideas. The 9th house represents your philosophy of life. The 3rd house is how you express it. So I'm going to suggest that you write that book, finish that podcast, deal with communicating your ideas. And you may have to look within. That's that 8th house in order to come to the bottom of what's going on. And so self-examination can be very, very exciting at this point in time. And if you are writing the world's greatest novel, the information you get now will be perfect in it. So that's your forecast for August. I hope you've enjoyed it. And I hope you'll join me next month when once again, I take a look at your forecast. Until then, this is Maxine Taylor saying, may the stars shine brightly on you and yours. Bye for now.